Okay, Dan, here I am with your slot machine program, and we got a couple of issues with loops here. I guess I would remind you of this. Every time you put in this input box code right here, you're putting up an input box. So when you dimension this variable right here and say equals input box, enter your age, whatever, right? It's going to pop up an input box. And then right here, you're telling it pop up another input box, okay? So it's a little bit confusing. You got two of them going right here when you only need one, right? You just want to see their age, get it, and if it's higher than that, do that. So you could have just put you're right, you needed a val function on here, so we could have just put that here. And then let's see, and we don't need this one. That's just another input box adding the same thing here, right? And so now once that age gets put in there, you're right, want to check to see if it's greater than 0. And if it's not, then we do keep, well, let's see here. If it's greater than 0, it's not going to throw up another one. I don't know, your basic, okay. I guess you could have that in there. I don't think that's a problem right now. This right here, I don't know what we're doing there. I guess you could just, if they're less than 18, we're supposed to end the program, right? I guess I would, at this point, I'd put application.exit to do that. Would probably be a good idea. I don't know if we got everything fixed there with that yet. Let's see. I'm just going to take the higher. If I put in 18, oh, you said less than or equal to 18, so I guess I got to put 19 on here. Yep. And so there, we've opened that up. So your main issues here were just that you were putting up multiple input boxes for the same thing without realizing it, I think. Okay? And so then, yeah, because what was happening is it was getting here to int age was always 0, and then it kept putting this one up, putting this one up, putting this one up. Okay? So we've got that part of it where we can get in there now. Now let's look at well, let's go in there and play it once real quick. So we do that. We say we're 19, and now we've got this, right? And of course, one issue, oh, we're doing autoplay here, is that it keeps popping up. How do I stop this, right? Where it keeps playing over and over. I want it to autoplay till I won, but just once, right? So the issue here with this is you're telling it automatically to keep hitting that button. We don't really want that. We do want it to keep going until there's a win, but we don't want to do it by clicking the button. I'm just gonna comment this out of there to leave it out of here. But the issue is at this point, if you don't have that, what's gonna happen here when I go in here now is I end up with a pretty infinite loop here. It's not doing anything. I can't interact with it because we've said do this until these are all 1s, 2s, or 3s, but then are they going to change it all inside of there? They're not, right? So what we need to do is take this information up where we got the random numbers. Let's copy that and paste it inside the loop here. So now we're going to do until they're all this, and inside of it we're going to get a new random number so that they can change. But this thing's going to run until we do have 1s, 2s, 3s. By the way, this is a lot longer than it has to be. You could have just said do until wheel 1 equals wheel 2 and wheel 2 equals wheel 3, right? They would all three be the same, and you don't really care whether they're 1s, 2s, or 3s because you're evaluating that down here, right? So you could have made this a lot shorter. But let's see if just assigning random numbers in the loop helps us out here. Let's get things in here. Okay? One issue, obviously, that we had here, so it is going until it wins. It's not displaying, oh, I see what's going, it's not displaying the right numbers because that happened up here, right? So, but we can easily fix that by just, it's not wrong for that to happen up there, but we definitely want it to happen after this loop is finished doing its thing too. So let's see if we got this now. So now when we do autoplay, there we go, we won the jackpot. And every time I spin, it'll do it until I won the jackpot, right? Now, the one thing your program doesn't do yet with the changes I've made is tell the person how many times that it took for them to win. So that's just a matter of putting a counter inside of this loop. So we need another variable that is like loop count, integer loop counter or something, and integer loop counter. Oop, can't type now. Plus equals 1, right? It's gonna add 1 every time the loop runs so we can keep track of it. And then you would display that somewhere. By the way, the other thing this thing doesn't do is it should also subtract 1 from their tokens every time the loop runs. So in here too, there should be tokens minus equal 1, because even we're running it till they win, and we also, it's inconvenience to them letting them just play it till they win real quick, but it should still subtract tokens for them for the number of times it took to win. So I hope that helps. You were really close, just a couple minor errors, and so hopefully those fixes make sense that we made there.